What's going on, everybody? It's your boy QuestX coming back at you once again with another video, and this video is going to be kind of a tie-in. I had intended, shout out to all my subscribers who listen to a lot of my political videos, but I felt with the recent situation with James Gunn, I've seen some of the comments in my recent videos talking about Dave Bautista and James Gunn, and just how overall the Hollywood pedophilia ring is. And I saw one of the one of the questions here. Hold on one second. Let me go back to it. This is not to, in any way, shape, or form, put this person out there on blast, but I'm just going to check one of the comments. It got me thinking about it. So I just want to make sure I get the subscriber's name correct, and then I will address this. Just give you my take on this whole situation. And it was, basically pertaining to, I believe the subject was about progressives, can do no wrong. And as a progressive, as you guys know, that I am a self-proclaimed progressive. And I just wanted to basically kind of go in on that particular topic. Let me see here. I'm looking for that particular comment. I'm going to find it. So just bear with me, and as soon as I'm able to locate that comment. But you know what? Let me just go into it, and as I'm talking right now, I'm going to still continue to search. So anyway, basically the comment was in reference to okay, sorry. Let me get this right. I just want to get this correct. The commenter, his name is the SSB Candidates. And I just wanted to comment basically on the comment that he left, basically saying about, that the social justice warriors and progressives can do no wrong. Let me be the first to sit there and say, as a progressive, I couldn't disagree with you anymore. I know you were being a little bit cynical in the comment, basically saying, listen, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we all are fallible people. So I just want to make sure that people understand. See, people like James Gunn, people like the system who makes excuses for people like James Gunn, Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein. God, man, the list goes on. Woody Allen. People like, and I referenced her, Scarlett Johansson. People like many of the cast members who literally have gotten egg all over their face as a result of these recent pictures for James Gunn of Guardians of the Galaxy cast. These are the people who make it really, they give people who are progressives and on the left a bad name. Okay, because see, this is where it comes down to not actually vetting someone and understanding the entire situation. Dave Bautista is a classic example. Okay, he literally, he's okay, considers himself a social justice warrior and on the left, and he automatically, because somebody that he felt is on his side, he immediately, without having any of the facts, any of the details of the situation, automatically leaped out and put his entire reputation and name. And now, like I said, in my prior video, I'm questioning Dave Bautista's actions. As a father himself, how could you ever defend that? Again, and as someone who is a progressive, as someone who is who fights for the liberal cause, I cannot, in all honesty, sit here and I will never back up a predator or a pedophile. So it doesn't make any sense to me that anybody who's progressive or on the left could ever defend this kind of sick behavior, because it's just not right. Again, children are to be protected at all costs. I mean, how many of the childhood actors that we grew up with? Haley Joel Osment was a classic example. AI. He was the star of M. Night Shyamalan's, I'm forgetting, I See Dead People. This kid was on the rise to becoming something great. And then he goes off the rails with drugs and alcohol. Look at the kid from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Excellent film. One of the best action films of all time. This kid was on the rise to being something. Pet Sematary he starred in. And then his career derailed. Look at Drew Barrymore. Derailed career. Fortunately, she was able to have a second act in her career, in her life. But again, being around that cesspool of Hollywood, look at what has happened. I can't, even as a progressive, I can't defend that. And I'm going to sit here and say that these people don't speak for progressives, the real true progressives here in this country. You know what I mean? So for me, I look at it like this. This has to be possibly one of the biggest missteps by Marvel and Disney. And I don't want to say so much by Disney, because Disney stepped in and they did what they were supposed to do. And I commend Disney. Now, I do have my questions. Did Disney know anything? Did Disney have any kind of inkling of what it was that James Gunn was about? And if it comes out ever that Disney had some sort of knowledge, and in this business of Hollywood, people talk, everyone talks. If you ever want to go to a reference of how everyone talks, don't look at Harvey Weinstein. Look at Kevin Spacey. I will always reference that situation in that case. Kevin Spacey, it was a known secret. And I don't really like that term, known secret. How can anything be a known secret? It is either you know it or you don't know it. And how many people came out all of a sudden? Writers, producers. Listen, one of my favorite Marvel TV series on Netflix, The Punisher. My man, John Berthal. I love you, brother. I love you, brother. But when you went on that podcast to promote The Punisher, you come out and you even say that, oh, just working with Kevin Spacey, you had a bad feeling, or, you just didn't like the way he treated people. And you already had already been privy to seeing his kind of personality. Accountability has to be had on everybody, because you allowed this person to move to the next stage or to the next project and continue that reign of terror, whichever it is, whether it's being a complete dickhead or it's being somebody who's a predator on women or children. And this is the kind of stuff that gives progressives a bad name, because this is the kind of stuff that gets pushed out there, because you have the mainstream media who immediately jumps to protecting these individuals who are sick and disgusting and twisted, because again, they want to label anybody who disagrees and says, listen, this kind of behavior is nonsense and nonsensical, and they want to give these people these bad negative labels. It's just not right. It's not fair. And as a progressive, I have to stand up for what's right and fair, and everybody has the right to free speech. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm being very clear with my position on this. And my position is that this, absolutely, Kevin Feige is in a bad spot right now. Okay, Kevin Feige, and in the fact that Disney has been sort of doing these behind, talks with James Gunn's people to maybe give him another shot. Then you got Warner Brothers, who potentially are leaking information that they are going to be offering James Gunn some projects. Listen, there is no straddling the line here. This individual is, and it's even a video that I saw today doing my research, where James Gunn is sitting up there talking about doing things to his own daughter. Enough is enough. You cannot straddle the fence on this. You are either for this kind of sick, deviant behavior, or you're against it. That's it. All right. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I just wanted to further elaborate on this, and to talk about how politics, just even thinking about, the Me Too movement and what it's doing and how it's impacting Hollywood. And seeing how certain people take certain movements and they morph it to fit their own ideological needs, and it completely distorts the message and what it's really supposed to be about. So again, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is probably gonna be my last video for the day, but massive egg on everyone involved: Marvel, Kevin Feige, the people, some respected channels here on YouTube that I actually watch when it comes to entertainment content. Okay, and you know who you are, who came and literally hopped on the train to defend James Gunn. And anybody who and I again, shout out to Geeks and Gamers, because they were pretty much the only ones I saw on here who were literally putting it out there that once you joke about it, it's over. There is no straddling the line here. Okay, but massive egg on everyone's face, and this is a time where you take a step back and you really reassess what your agenda is. Are you going to call it down the line and say, listen, what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander? You cannot support this type of behavior. I don't care how talented the work is behind the camera or in front of the camera. You have to take a stand and protect these children, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Okay? Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Peace.